Hello guys, it has been a while since I've done my last video tutorial. Here I am to make one video tutorial in English that talks about interior render, and for that I'm going to use the new version of Vray for SketchUp 1.48.66. Okay, you can download it from ASGVIS. Okay, and so let's get started. You can go here to File, 3D Warehouse, and Get Model. You can type my name, that is Andesiwala, and then you will find something that I've uploaded. You can go to my models by clicking in my name. I don't think you can search for that, or you can type Vray tutorial Vray interior. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. You can download it in your computer and load in your SketchUp. It's a very light model. Instead of it, I will download through my web browser and load in SketchUp. Okay, if you download from your browser, you will get this scene here that I've already customized it. Only the position of my camera. Okay, all the other settings are the default settings. So when I render this image here, I get this result. This is the default settings that I'm getting. Okay, so first of all, let's just configure our sunlight, and then we'll start to edit some materials, and I will give you some tips that is very important. So I will turn my shadows on, and I will try to make my sun getting my building here. Let me render it. Before I render it, I'm going to my options here and global suites, and I will let me see. Okay, low priority is on by default, and everything is okay for now. Okay, let me render to see my sun here. My sunlight, I'm not getting this sun position. Okay, this is my first try with this Vray for SketchUp. I will update my scene here, update, and of course I don't have that position because the sun isn't there really, so I will have to mess with my north. So I go to window and model info. In location, I can adjust my north angle, so I will do that right now. Okay, I will try to play with these settings here. So I'm going back to this one here and just okay. First I will hide this window. Okay, so I can see my okay, I think this is very good enough. I I will make my sun comes to this wall here. That's fine for me. Let's unhide everything, unhide all. Okay, I will turn off my lights, my shadows, and just update my scene. Okay, so now I will make a test render. Before I do that, I'm going to my options here and system and turn on my my render, my distributed render. I will resolve servers. It is working, and I will check this little box here so I can render it. Let's see the result. Okay, now I'm getting these shadows here and the shadow coming through my scene. It is a very fast render, just 24 seconds. Okay, that's fine. So let's start editing some materials here, and I will give you some tips that I like to use. And first of all, when I work with transparent materials, I like to paint both sides. So I will click until I get to my glass here. Then I will press B for materials and Alt click so I get that material. It's the only material that I have until now, and I will paint the background as well. In this case, we have only one face representing our glass, so we don't have thickness. So when I will edit, I want to put refraction, IOR. Okay, that's hard to say because I'm used to say IOR in my language. Okay, so that's one tip I like to use. The other tip is, if you want to avoid any kind of problem, always work with front face. To see if you have front face facing your camera, you can use this monochrome to see if you have any back face facing you. Okay, facing your camera. The back face needs to be outside, and facing your camera you have to see only front faces. That is the white face. And very important, always paint in your front face. If you are going to paint in your back face, please paint with the same material and the same settings, because if you don't do that, you're going to get troubles. Okay, so let me go back here to my shaded with textures. So now I have to give some textures here to my floor, and for that I'm going to go Google and just type wood, and then go to images, and I can choose to large images and just search for something you like. You can use anything you want. I think I like this one here. You can click see full size, and that's fine for me. I'm just going to download it. You can right click and save your image. Okay, I've just saved as wood, and then I'm going to file, import, and just search for the folder you've downloaded, your wood, and just apply that. Okay, choose the size, and then go to texture, position, and I will rotate that. Try to maintain the scale of your image. Okay, then press done, and then triple click in your mesh to select everything, then select this image you've just added and paint everything. If you look at here, you're going to see a lot of your texture repeating too much, so you can avoid that just by going to File, just going to View, Hidden Geometry, so you can see the faces, and then you can edit one by one. I'm just going to, first of all, let's hide my ceiling here. Hide is not the perfect thing you're gonna do. You can, I'm sorry, I won't hide it. I will move it 10 meters for my right, so I can move it back 10 meters and don't lose anything. So go to your floor with hidden geometry active, so you can right click in texture, position, and just make some random changes. I will do that, pause the video and come back in a while. Actually, I was almost getting the job done, and then I realized that my texture was in the right position, and then I just screw up by moving it. And the right thing to do is just to maintain in this position, but I'm almost done and I want correct everything. So what I'm doing here is just making random changes, so the texture don't look like repetitive, okay, too much repetitive. So that's why I like to model this kind of thing. Just like floors, I can use only one texture. I don't need to go to Photoshop and then change everything. You can see here I don't have any repetitive image. I'm just messing with these positions here. But remember, you have to get those stochos here going in this way, in this kind of situation. But I've already done this mess, so I will stay just like that. You do right in your computer, okay? Okay, so I've mapped my texture here, and I'm satisfied with that. So I can come back here to my scene and go to first I have to move it move my ceiling back. So I've pulled it to the right 10 meters, so I have to bring it back 10 meters in this direction. Okay, so now we have to map our texture that we will use in our wall here, and for that I'm going to the Vray material.de, okay, and I will search for materials that I like to use, and then I will choose here wall and search for one very nice texture. Well guys, I was trying to find this texture here that I've used in this scene that I've created a long time ago, but I couldn't find it, so I will use this fabric here. So you can search for golden, and then in the first page you will find this fabric here. You can see how it looks like. It will serve, so you have to be registered, okay? So you can download it. I will open it and place in my folder. Okay, so this is what we get. Okay, let me get here. So those are the textures. So I'm going to upload in my scene here. So I'm going back to Vray for SketchUp. Let me close this one here, and now we are back to SketchUp. So first of all, let's double click until we get to the wall, and then go to File, Import, and import that texture. Import that texture. It is very important. I don't know why I can't. It is important to use as texture. I can't show you because I don't know why, but it is important to use as texture. Just choose the size you want, okay, and then grab it and paint. Grab and paint. Let's just click on it, texture, position, and then let's say done. So now you can pick and paint. Pick and paint. Oh my god, what is happening here? I've chamfered those edges to look more realistic, so it is a little complicated to map our texture, but the quality worth is. Oh my god, I've got lost here. Let me hide the cell in here, get back to there, then I just have to pick that texture and paint it. Ctrl Z. I just want to paint. Okay, I have to get in this wall here. I'm just mapping my texture, okay? Just getting this texture and painting. I don't have to paint those parts because we won't see it, and then just keep going. Okay, I think we've done here. That's it. Just press spacebar. Now we can go to our material editor, and then let's go to our fabric here and see what we've got. First of all, we need a reflection layer. Okay, so in this layer we have to map what will be reflective and what won't be. So let's use a bitmap for that. Okay, use bitmap, then click File and choose your file, and I think it will be this map here, cloth fabric reflection. Let's just try it. Let's preview it here. Okay, press OK, and then preview your material. Não, não. Não falei Sherstone, não.
E o que é inglês?
Não sei do que você tá falando, não.
Sheraton, negócio. Igual
Ah.
outra vez, né? Agora.
Uh, we've lost those reflections. Actually, I think before I go on with those settings, I need to work in my light because I can't see anything right now. So for that, I'm going to my options here and go to Indirect Illumination. I really like to work with irradiance map and light cache. I will leave my primary engine with the settings of 2 and my secondary engine 0.7. Then I need to add extra lights here, so I will use the rectangular light to make this job. So I will just trace my rectangular light here. I need to flip it or reverse the faces. Okay, so I have to move it forward and scale a little bit, and then oh my god, view hidden geometry, turn it off, and then hide this ceiling, and then move it to about there. Then we go to Vray for SketchUp, edit light. By right clicking on it, we have to make it invisible. Okay, just it. And then let's try something, because we have our camera here, physical camera turned on. We have to go in our very first SketchUp, edit light, and we have to rise it up. I'll try something about 5, and then I have to add some more lights. So I'm copying this light. Okay, I'm just copying it and turning, and then moving into position. I have to scale that down, and because my light is coming this way, okay, I have my light coming this way and hitting this one here. I have to put one light there. Let me make a test render here. Open it and turn off my render region, and then render it. I don't know why I'm getting that strange thing. I'm going to my edit light here. Invisible must be turned on. So I've seen that my light is not glowing, so I will increase this intensity to something about 50. First of all, let me get this so I can see it, to see if it is glowing and illuminating or if it is not. I don't know. I don't really know what is happening. Go to my properties here, default color, and let me check this double-sided here. Okay, that's strange. That's really strange. Let me turn this 180 degrees just to see if it will be glowing the right direction. I can type it 180. Oops. Let me just flip this. Reverse faces. Then render it. Okay. No problem. I just turn this double-sided and intensity, let's say 30. Go to my scene here and render it. Okay, I don't know how much my light, my rectangular lights are lighting my scene, so I will turn off my environment here just for a while, just to see how much my rectangular lights are contributing with my illumination. Okay, I think they are doing a great job. So let me now I can go to Vray for SketchUp, edit light by right clicking and say invisible, and then press OK. Vray for SketchUp, edit light, and go to invisible, and then press OK. I don't like to use two-sided very rectangular light because it will affect my glass here, and I don't really like that. So, but if I don't check the two-sided, it won't glow. So that's something I have to live with. And okay, so now we can work with our texture here. Let me go to my options. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go to my material editor. Let's just go to my this value here and go up. I think we need something more lighter than that. Turn down my saturation here and go to my M, and I'm just going to use my bitmap here, the same one for reflection, but I need to tone down this or I will get a very hard reflections. So to do that, I can go to my gamma here and lower that. So I will try something about 0.2. Let me preview here. That's what I'm looking after. So I can press OK here and preview my scene here. I don't see any difference here, so I have to test in my let me preview this one here. That's fine. And then let's just go make a quick render. Oh, I have to go to my options here and turn on back our environment and our light. Okay, very interesting, but I need to get a little higher settings here for our glossiness. So I'm going to my filter here and just make it a little more white. Okay, and let me go to my glossiness here and see what we can do. This is very new for me. Okay, and let me see here what I can do. I can go to Photoshop, and that's what I'm going to go to do now. And fabric bump, no, I don't need that just right now. I just need the glossiness map, and then go to File. Oh, I'm sorry. Go to Image, Adjustment, and Brightness and Contrast. I'm going to give it a little more contrast and a little more brightness. Okay, let's save it. Save as, and I will use gloss 2 and save it. Press OK, and then I will open my scene here and choose that bitmap with just done glossiness 2. Open it, and there we are. So I will just go here to my render region and turn on again. So I will just render this part here, and let me see what I can do before I make another render. I think I can go to my render here and just go to my preview here. I think I can turn this up, so I will use the same map we've just added on Photoshop. Press OK here, and okay, for now that's all we need. Let's turn this up to 32 subdivisions just to make it more interesting. Let's preview it. I don't see any difference here again, so that's okay. And let's render it. I'm trying to get more shine here. Because it is supposed to be gold, you know. Okay, that's a little better. It's interesting. It's getting interesting. I think I need to go to my reflections here. Oops, I pressed render again, so no problem. I'll just close this and go to my material here. Just go into my glossiness, and I will choose a bitmap. Just go to my maps here. I will use this the glossiness. No, I think I will use the fabric. No, I use the glossiness as well, and then apply it. Let me see here what I've got, and then make a render. Okay, I'm not satisfied, so I'm going to M again, and then just go to my reflections here and go to my second one here and just choose the same material we have added, so I have to tone it down a little bit more and then press OK. I think it will be a very very shiny now, so I will render it, and now we are talking about. Now I feel that this is just like golden wallpaper. Okay, it's getting better, and I think it's too dark right here, so I will hide this one as well and just go to my back view here and add a rectangular light, just very little rectangular light. The size of our rectangular light will interfere in how much it will be its intensity, so I will mark double-sided to avoid that problem. That I think, as I said in beginning, this is a test version of Vray for SketchUp. They will fix up this little problem that I'm having to mark double-sided. If you can check out the manual to see what does this do. Okay, let's rise up our intensity to something about 120, because it is very small. Okay, it will be not that strong, so I will make one more render here. I have to turn off my render region here. Let me just close that and turn that off and render it again. Okay, this is the result we are getting until now. Let's work a little more in our textures here. Let's map one more texture. Let's go to File, Import, and I will use this wood here that you can find in Google, just like we've done later. So I will map my texture, then right click, texture, position, and just say done. Then I will select the whole thing and select it and paint a few times just to map my texture in there. So I can go down here, select everything, get that text, and then just paint it. Okay, so let's go to our material here and just go to our first wood and just preview it. That's our floor. Okay, so we are going to add, create material, a reflection layer. Oh, one important thing, let's go to our fabric here and just add a bump to it. It will get very interesting. So texture bitmap, and go to File and import our fabric bump, open it, and then let's just apply it, and in our bump here let's just put it 0.5 for now, and then we will see if it is good enough. Let's go to our reflection in our wood floor here, and let's put our glossiness to something about 0.85, maybe higher, 0.9, and in our glossiness to something about 0.7, I think. Let me add in our reflection here a Fresnel reflection. here is freeze now. Let's lower this one here to something about light gray. Okay, press OK, and then let's preview our wood texture. Very interesting, but we have too much reflections here. Let's lower our glossiness. Better. I will do it better. I will pick up one thing here, one bitmap. Before I do that, I go to Photoshop, File, Open, and I will open that texture, and then press, and then go to Image, Adjustment, Black and White. Then Alt Shift Ctrl B, and we'll do this one here and press OK. Go to File, Save As, and it will be wood bump, and then just press OK. Go back to our SketchUp model and just load it. Wood bump. Let's preview it and then press OK. Now, what does it do? Where it is dark, we'll get more roughness, and where it is light, we'll get more sharpness in our reflection. Okay, I will rise up our gamma just a tiny little bit, just something about 1.5, and just preview it. I love this new feature here. Press OK, then go to our preview here. Okay, much better. Then go to my bitmap here and go to my file, load that same image and just rise to 0.8, I think, no, 0.5 either. Just press OK and let's preview it. I don't know why, but glossiness we cannot preview here, this highlight glossiness, so I will rise it to 1.9. Okay, now we are getting a nice reflection here. We can see a little bit of our floor, and then let's just go to our bump here and add that same image. Okay, preview it and press OK and lower to something about 0.4. Let's just preview it. And let's make a quick render. Okay, we can see here in our floor that it's getting a little more realistic. We can improve that. I can see here that we have some strange mapping of our wood, and for now I will leave this configuration here of our material, but I will rise up our bump map. So I'm going to material and cloth, then I will go to my bump and just put it 1. Okay, so let me preview it here. Okay, for now that's it, and I think I need to go to my wood here. I want it to be more shine, have more shine, so I will rise my gamma here to something about 2.2. Okay, let me preview it here. Okay, I don't know if it is making big real change. You know what, I think I'm going to let it just like 1. No, let me go to 2, and then let me preview my wood here. Okay, I'm getting a little more shine here, but I will try to rise it up to see if changes anything, because the multiplier that was inside my material is now sometimes outside, just like this one here, but it doesn't affect. It was just a test. Now I'm going to rise up my gamma here to something about 1.9 and press OK. Let me preview here, and it is a little better, but I will test it later. Then let me go here to my SketchUp file, hide this ceiling here just for now. I'm going to my texture here and just going to select this part here, go to texture. I can't go to texture, I need to go to view, hidden geometry, and then just go there, texture, position, and click done. Then select everything, get that texture and paint it. I will do with this one here, texture, position, and then press done, and get it and paint. So it doesn't work, so I'm going to position here and turn that manually. Turn off my hidden geometry here, I don't need it. So I'm going to turn it, press done. That's it. Okay, we've solved that little problem. Let's go to our material editor again, and then go to this material here. I want to use a bump. I'm just going to add a reflection layer with a Fresnel on it, and then press OK. Then I'm going to filter and get a bitmap that will be our wood, but in grayscale. So I need to open it on Photoshop, open with Photoshop, and then Ctrl Shift and Alt U, or Shift Ctrl and U, you get this result, and go File, Save As, and just save it in your folder. Don't forget to change the name, and then let's use it. Let me preview it here, and then go to my glossiness and select 0.9 and my highlight glossiness to 0.8. Okay, let me preview my material here. Let's make one quick render here, but I want to render the entire scene. I have just to render a little part of it, so I will choose the render region, and I'd like to see a little bit of my floor, and then render it. Probably it won't affect the things that I've changed, so I will turn it off and cancel my render and render the entire scene. But before I do that, I'm going to my material. I think it won't be very reflective, so I'm going to this one here and just rise it up to something about 27. Okay, and then press OK, and then go to my glossiness here. Oh, I'm sorry, to my filter here, and let's just rise my gamma to 1.6. Let me see here. Okay, let's press OK, preview it, and then we're getting there. Render it. Okay, that's a lot better. I will make some changes here that I'm not liking. Just like this one here, we are getting too much light here, and it's too dark out here. I'm just going to select those two very rectangular lights and delete them. Let me go to my rectangular light there and just go to my Vray for SketchUp, edit light, and let's just rise up to something about 200, and then press OK, and go to my scene 1, go to my options here, and go to Indirect Illumination, and just rise my primary multiplier to something about 3. Okay, I will go to my color mapping. Instead of rain hard, I'm going to use ASV exponential. Okay, so I will just let it just like that. Let me see here what I can do now. I will make a background. Okay, and for that I'm going to use an image. Just go to your internet browser, Google, and then just choose I like to search for panorama, because it is, you can go to images and large, and then choose any image you want to use. It doesn't really matter. I think I will use this one here. I can download it, right click and save image, and then just save in your default folder. Okay, and go to my SketchUp file, and I will go out here and just press the arch tool, then make one arch here, and I will close this one here, use push and pull to pull it up, and then erase those lines just to stay with that. Reverse faces, and then go to file, import, and I will import that file. Okay, paint it, and then go to your scene. Just select it first, go to your scene, and there are some important things that you must know. You have to choose the right position, and you have to make sure that your background is not interfering in your sunlight. Okay, I can go here and see that it's not interfering. I can even make it Okay, one more important thing that is your, I don't know how to call this in English. In Portuguese is ponto de fuga, vantage point. I think that's it, vantage point. Here is where you need to be your horizontal line. Okay, that line, it is just in these converging points always. So I have to move my image so it matches. Okay, and but when I do that, I lose the image down here, so it's causing me some trouble. So I will scale it up again, then go to my scene one here, and then I can place my image where it should be, because those are mountains, so I have to, my horizon, I think it's just right there. I'm just supposing that. Okay, so now I can go to my properties here and go to my material here and create an emissive layer, and in color I have to add that bitmap. Okay, and then I have to test how much I have to increase my multiply here. I will just try 15 just for now. If you use the preview, you get totally bright scene, but we don't know how it will be in our render, so we have to render it. Okay, we are almost there, but I have some considerations to make. We have to rise up our emissive layer, because when we look outside, it looks more bright than this. And the reason that I use this kind of background and not put on Photoshop is because in reflections we get those reflected. So if you have a mirror here and put on Photoshop, you can't put that reflection here. You can do that, but you will have a lot of more troubles to do that. Okay, so let me go to my properties here and my material, and then 15 is not that good, so let's double it, 30. And let me see here what I can do. Let's go to our glass material and let's add a reflection, and then let's add a Fresnel reflection. Let's raise this value here and use 2.5 here and 2.5 here. Let me see here. Okay, very interesting. I like to use very reflective when the light is coming other way, and we have to put there, and that's it. I think we will finish it through here. Let's render it again and then go to our post in Photoshop. Okay guys, it took 2 minutes to render. I think the bump map is too high. You can lower it, but I won't do that. Okay, so I will save it first. first 1.48 test, and then open it on Photoshop, file, open, and open our first test, and then we can tweak a little bit here. Let's go to image, adjustment, brightness and contrast. Let's rise up our contrast and our brightness just a little bit. Okay, but as you can see, we added too much saturation, so we have to go to hue, saturation, and turn that down. That's too much. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to Ctrl Z, and then first of all I'm going to auto color and auto tone, and then I'm going to color balance, and I think it's too green. I'm going to add a little bit of red and yellow. Okay, if you revert your scene, you're going to see that we have some changes. Then go to image, adjustment, and brightness and contrast. Let's rise our brightness and our contrast, and then go to image, adjustment, and hue and saturation, and turn down our saturation, and then use your magic selection here with continuous turned off. Just select the hotspots in your scene, just like here, and Ctrl J to make one copy, and go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, then just blur it a little bit, and then Ctrl G again. I think we got a very hot spot there, so we can go to add a mask, get our black brush and paint it right here and right there, just to make that mask. And then go to this one as well, add a mask, but now we're going to lower down our opacity and our flow, just not to erase everything. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so I think we've done here. That's, we can blur our ceiling here just a little bit to get rid of those noise, and then I will select everything and make a copy, then merge it, merge layers, and go filter, G-torse, and lens correction. Then I have to go in here and take a little, don't go too far with that. Okay, we have a little image here, so I can put 10, but sometimes 10 is a little, it's very much, so watch it. And that's conclude our interior scene. I think it's very realistic. Don't you think so? I think it is. And that's it. You can, that's the original image, and that's our posted image. You can go to File, Revert, and see what we've done here. That's the difference. You can see the brighten spots here. You can see more contrast in your scene, and if you want to, you can go to your options here and go to let me see here what we can improve. You can go to our image sample and just change it to Kamut ROM. Your color threshold, you can lower that, okay, to something about 0.005. Let me see here. You can go to your, let me see here. I'm new here, okay guys, as you can see I'm totally new here. You can go to your DMC sample and adaptive amount, it's okay. When sample subdivisions, it's okay, and we can lower that to, okay, not that much. I can 001. Okay, that's very interesting. And let's let it just like that. Let's go to our color mapping, and if you are getting some issues with your reflection and everything, you can go here and check subpixel and clump level. Okay, but I think that's okay. These options specify the level which color components will be clumped and clamp output options on. Okay, I don't know. Okay, here we are, clump output. That's what I was looking for, and I'm going to my. I said I wasn't change my bump here, but I will. I think it's too hard, and 0.5 is okay. And let me see here my render. So the last image took 2 minutes and this one took 6 minutes, but as you can see here we have a totally clean roof and more definitions in our edges and everything. That hot spotlight is coming from our Vray light. You can turn that visibility off. Okay, so let's import it to Photoshop. I will save it second 1.48 test, and then file, open, and I will open that second image, and then go to image, auto color, auto tone. I like to use this because it corrects a lot of color information, but in this case I don't like what it has done, so I'm going to stay with that. And you know, I think I've just saved as JPEG. I don't like the quality of JPEG. I'm going to save as HDR image. I will say first, just first, and then I will open on Photoshop because I don't like the very the JPEG quality, and then I will open it, and that look like a little overbrighted, but you can go to image adjustment and levels, and then you can just pull it to the right. Okay, that's better. You can push it to the left to get more brighter here, and just tone down your a little bit more to get more contrast. Okay, go to image adjustment mode. Let's just change it to 8 bytes and press OK. Image, let me see now, auto color and auto tone, that's better. Go to image adjustment, brightness and contrast. Let's raise our contrast here and raise our brightness, and that's getting a lot better. Then our preview test, let's just shift click to get more information here. Let's shift click this one as well. Ctrl J to duplicate, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, Ctrl J, and then we can do the same thing, create a mask, and then paint in black our mask in here when it is too much bright. Okay, let's paint hard here. I don't want to. And then go to our second layer and just lower our opacity here. Oops. And add a mask, and then paint it. Okay, now I'm liking it. You can look how good is our floor here, and then go to filter, guitars. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to duplicate it and then merge, filter, guitars, lens correction, and I will use 10 and minus 10. No, I will use 8 and minus 8. Okay, I will add some noise as well. Let's just press OK. And no, I won't add noise. I think I will stay with that. I like it. Do you like it? Do you like the floor? I like it. Okay, so we can use a little blur here just to merge those colors, and that's it, guys. This completes our interior scene. I will crop this time here just like that, and I hope you like it. Okay, I hope you like it. I will post this video now.